Look at those circles or those loops. Look at that. Beautiful. Just came from the dentist, don't want to talk about it. I'm hoping that some fresh money spent will help me to feel better. The drone's got the 250 gram battery, which I think is pretty standard, but the Fly More combo that I got is the extended batteries, the 47-minute flight time. That comes off pretty easy. Open whichever one, close whichever one, doesn't matter. Feels plasticky. It's sub 250, can't expect better. I like it, froggy style look. This I'm most excited about. The bag is very bland, which I like, because if I'm out late at night, I don't want anybody to snatch the bag and think there's anything expensive in here. Crap, no extra sticks. I lost the stick. All right, got the stick. All's not lost if I can get this on without dropping it again. Does it feel cheap to me? No, but it feels very lightweight. Make sure the battery is in. Damn, this thing is light. Power button on the top, typical DJI tap to hold.
Take off.
It's coming. Oh, the sensors are nice. The screen is not the brightest, but it's bright enough. I mean, yeah, it could definitely use a shade here. I do prefer the RC Pro, especially if you have bigger hands. It just fits better. I like the more wider, more robust feel. But for traveling, man, you can't want better than this. If I go to 4K 60, there is no crop. So compared to something like the Air 2S, when you go to 4K 60, it does crop in. How much of a big deal that is to you guys, I don't know, but that's just something worth noting. If I go to normal or decent alike, the only option for 4K 60 is H.265. But if I go down to 4K 30, which I'll go to now, which I normally film at, because this camera is filming at 4K 30, and I'll put both video in the timeline, so I want the frame rates to be the same. Now I have decent alike and normal color profile available to me in H.265 and H.264, which is nice. I'll keep it H.264. H.265 could be a little hard on your computer if you don't have a good computer. My computer handles both. I have a Mac, check the link up here to my Mac review, you'll see it, and why it's so good for this stuff. H.264 or H.265, but I like H.264 processing better. That's just my preference. I'm gonna leave it in auto because I don't have filters. Freewell sending me filters, but they'll be here in a couple of days, and then I'll make a filter video for you guys. But until then, it doesn't make sense for me to put this in manual. I'm just gonna set it to manual white balance. It's a 52. We'll do 5600. I don't know if it's because I'm screen recording. I can tell like there's a tiny lag. I'll have to try it without the screen recorder, but the screen recording definitely has a lag. Most of you guys, unless you're doing YouTube tutorials, you're not gonna need the screen recorder. So if that's what's slowing it down, that shouldn't be much of a big issue. You know, you get what you pay for with this. You know, you can't get a bright screen, ultra light, compact, futuristic, convenient controller, and there is no, no corners cut, so to speak. So obviously DJI is not going to use the same processor as they would use in the signal just dropped a little bit there, as they would use in the RC Pro, right? So yeah, the other thing worth noting, wow, got weak signal already, and I'm not even in my car. Usually I won't get a weak signal, but these antennas are they're built in to the controller. They're not exposed, so I don't expect to get as much range. The gimbal is a little rough out the box, right, in normal mode, but everything is fully adjustable. It just feels so familiar. DJI is very consistent on that. So yeah, I'm not much lag. I'm getting down low. This will definitely get you the shot. I had a little bit of lag there if you saw on the screen, but yeah, for the most part, it's pretty good. They probably don't even know like I'm there. Let me drop some 2x zoom on you. Oh my gosh, 2x zoom. Not the cleanest image, but gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, this gimbal needs to be set up. 2x is not bad, it looks okay. Everything is in here, like they just shoved it all in here and be like, here you go. You want a travel drone with all the features and the full enchilada? There you go. Now the screen is a little bit laggy, right? But to be expected. Not laggy to the point where it's really bad. And I am flying low, so a little bit of lag is understandable. Taking into consideration the processor, right? So yeah, so if you want better transmission. I'm sure when DJI makes this compatible with the RC Pro, you can buy the RC Pro and do your professional jobs with it and stay under your weight classification. And you got to understand, these companies got to make money. They just can't give you everything for cheap, right? Otherwise, they're not going to stay in business. And that goes the same for DJI. I heard a lot of people complaining this drone is expensive. With this controller, I really don't feel like this drone is expensive. I like this because it's got all the features. And I think a lot of companies underestimate how good it feels to purchase a product, a drone, and just have everything in it. I barely heard something buzzing over me, and I'm how much feet? 100 feet, 114 feet. I barely heard something. This drone is ultra quiet. So if you fly a lot of places like in New York City or big cities and you want to go unnoticed, and still it feels very familiar and flies very familiar as well. So I really like that. Hats off to you there, DJI. This is my first flight, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've been flying for a while. I'm gonna start here and then loop around and do the same shot. Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit. Don't break up, don't break up. It's glitching a little, it's slowing down a little, it's missing. You see how it's missing, it's skipping? Yeah. I always like this shot, so. And oh wow, very aggressive on the gimbal. Let's get this shot. Boom, see there, it's missing, and then the RC signal. Yeah. Yeah, that's not the screen record either, because look at the RC signal until I go up to like 72 feet. All right, let's loop around back. This time I want to do it in descent alike. So let's hit descent alike. We'll leave it in auto and everything. Wow, descent alike looks relatively flat. It looks pretty flat. I think the descent alike on the Mavic Air 2 has a lot more color. This has a lot more flat looking to it. Let's reshoot this shot in descent alike. I got 22%. After this shot is done, I'm trying to move the gimbal a little slowly. Come on, give me some slow gimbal movements. After I reshoot this, then I will, there we go, not exactly the same line, but I'm talking to you flying, and there we go. Return to home, we'll cancel that. There's my descent alike shot to compare with my regular shot. A lot of boats out. Wow, I could get a lot of nice shots here, but I would have to like go up close to the water. Am I getting good speed? I'm getting 33 miles an hour. Nice. This thing is so featherweight. It is so quiet. Wow, look at those circles or those loops. Look at that. Beautiful. Wow. She flies like a dream, boy. Like a dream. Low battery landing. It's gonna land in 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? That's my first flight, as you can see. One flight. 25 minutes is not bad on this little bad boy here. I like it. This is the lightweight battery. Oh my gosh. I'll use one of the longer lasting batteries and go to a different place, get some more scenic footage. Let's keep it moving, all right? Good. Here, a new location. End mode. Let's take it off. Sports mode. Second battery satellites was really quick, and I'm like, half a mile down the road. So it was almost like instantaneous. It's got that sharpening like the Evo camera, which I really like. So I'm gonna put it in hyperlapse mode. I want 4K raw. It's amazing. This little thing is shooting 4K raw. So you'll get the regular hyperlapse and you'll get it with the raw photos too. It's amazing how much tech they pack into this little drone. And of course, DJI software is already refined. You have the zoom here too. You got the zoom right there. So man, they put a lot of features into this little control. This little control is nice. Control, hyperlapse cruise control, boom, there we go. So my C2 button I set for hyperlapse cruise control. I'm gonna do a dedicated hyperlapse day and night for you guys. So make sure you sub up, hit subscribe and stuff if you want this stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna start going back. I'm gonna go in cine mode. I'm gonna start reversing back. I'll usually go like 1.6, 1.8, that's fine. 3-second interval for the day, that's fine. And then push down the cruise control button right at the back there. It's just C2. Cruise control in use, nice. If I was up in my Air 2S, I would probably be at like 70 something right now already. Putting this on a credit card or just buying it outright cash is not gonna hurt you in any way. Then I would say, yeah, go right ahead if you feel like knock yourself out. But if this is gonna put you in any kind of hardship, it's gonna make you have to work harder at your job. It's gonna make you have to not get as much time to fly the drones that you already have, then what's the point? Maybe pick this up and sell some of the other drones that you don't really like if you really love this so much. You know, there's going to be a Mini 4, there's going to be a Mini 5, there's going to be a Mini 6, there's going to be a Mini 4, 5, 6, and all of that. So you're not really missing out. If you never had a smart controller before, if you never experienced 30-minute battery life, and if you never had a mini drone, then yeah, you put those 3 factors together, you're kind of missing out. 3 things put it together. Maybe if I crack the window. I'm such a lazy doofus. I can see it here. I'll do it too. And I've got my spotter out there. I always have a spotter with you guys. The main purpose of this is just to like take a glance at the hyperlapse. I wish this had auto brightness. That could auto adjust the brightness for you. You see I have my exposure set to -3. I really think you should keep the exposure dark instead of having it at 0. I just feel like 0, just the way the camera is tuned, just blows out the road a little bit more. But you can't go wrong with -3 because you can always brighten the image up. But if the image is too bright, then it starts destroying all the details. And then you just don't have the details left if you try to darken it up and keep the details. So better to be a little darker than to be too bright. This image is beautiful. DJI put out some work here. I also like you can tap an autofocus, which is a much bigger improvement compared to the Mini 2, which does not have any type of autofocus. Did I get any top-down shots? Everything just seems so complete on this drone. It's going to be such a wonderful experience, I think, for you. There we go, landed at 9%. All right, let's take a look at these records and see what my flight time was landing with 9%. And this is a brand new battery, first flight. Holy smokes. I got 34 minutes. That is impressive. That is impressive. I know they always say 40 something, but 30 minutes is like, if you can fly, get 30 minutes of flight time, you're in good shape. It's really hot. This drone's getting hot. It is really hot. Batteries typical temperature, but this drone gets hot. I guess they left the fan out to bring down weight, but the temperature now is only 87 degrees. It's not even 90 or 100 degrees yet, so that'll be interesting to see. Just watch when you're picking it up. This drone gets hotter than your normal other drones will, right? Maybe take the battery out, leave it to cool for a while. Leave the drone to cool for a while. Don't just stuff it in the case and then go flying to the next location. I am amazed at what DJI has made here. Definitely this drone is not for me. I shoot 10-bit 5.4K D-Log, which this does not have, but definitely for you guys out there that are not really that much into heavy color grading and editing, this drone is absolutely fabulous. It was a smart build by DJI. It's very unique. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. Like, I can't say there's anything I really don't like about this drone. For travelers, for creators, for small creators, for YouTubers, for hobbyists, for day and night flying, TikTokers, you name it, this thing it checks all the boxes, man. What do you want me to tell you? Go out and get it as long as you can afford it, right? Don't put yourself in any kind of stress for this thing. So that's it. This is my first and second flight. Thanks for hanging around. I hope there was some benefit in here, or maybe help you make a decision whether you should really get this or not. For me, I'm an Air 2S guy. I prefer to wait for the Air 3S, but you know, I got to do my job, get this and review it for you guys and show you guys all the cool features that I like about it, and hopefully you guys will pick this up and enjoy it. There'll be links for everything that you see in the description section. Make sure you hit thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure you share this video, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when I release my hyperlapse videos coming up soon with this little guy. Until then, well, I will catch you guys whenever I can. Make sure you become a Patreon, guys. Big benefits to Patreon. Get direct access to me. Any questions? I'm right here on Patreon. Support this channel, and there's benefits. Last Mini 2 went all the way to the UK.